Amazon Prime Video has grabbed global rights for the sci-fi thriller Ash, featuring Eiza Gonzalez and Aaron Paul. Not only that, but there are rumors of a Need for Speed 2 starring Aaron Paul and Vin Diesel, which could cross over with Fast and Furious. And we've got all the juicy news and Easter eggs, so here's a first look that will change everything. For those unfamiliar, Need for Speed is a 2014 action crime film directed and co-edited by Scott Waugh, with a screenplay by George and John Gattens.
Oh God!
You gotta tell me you believe I can fly an Apache helicopter, man.
What?
Serious, bro. You always trying to play me. Tell me you believe I can fly an Apache helicopter.
The movie serves as a cinematic adaptation of the popular racing video game franchise developed by Electronic Arts. The cast includes Aaron Paul, Dominic Cooper, Scott Mescudi, Imogen Poots, Ramon Rodriguez, and Michael Keaton. The storyline revolves around Toby Marshall, a street racer who embarks on a cross-country race seeking vengeance for his friend's death, caused by a rival racer named Dino Brewster. Released on March 14, 2014, Need for Speed was distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures under the Touchstone Pictures label. While the film garnered mixed to negative reviews, critiquing aspects such as its narrative, direction, and supporting cast performances, some commendation was given to Aaron Paul's portrayal. Despite generating $203.3 million in global box office revenue, surpassing its $66 million production budget, the movie was considered a disappointment in the U.S. Toby Marshall, a former race car driver, runs his late father's garage in Mount Kisco, New York, tuning performance cars with his friends. To make ends meet, they engage in street races. After a race, Toby's rival Dino Brewster forces them to finish building a rare Ford Shelby Mustang, promising a share of the sales. The completed Mustang is showcased for auction in New York City, and Toby convinces a buyer to purchase it for $2.7 million by proving it can reach 234 miles per hour. Angry at Toby's defiance, Dino challenges him to a race. During the race, Dino causes a fatal crash, leading to Toby's arrest for involuntary manslaughter. Released on parole, Toby seeks revenge for his friend Pete's death. He borrows a Mustang to enter a winner-take-all race called the De Leon, accompanied by Julia. They face challenges, including a chase with the police and Dino's attempts to stop them. Julia convinces race organizer Monarch of Toby's innocence, securing their entry. In Utah, truckers ambush Toby and Julia, damaging the Mustang. Toby gets help from his crew member Benny, who airlifts the Mustang to the Bonneville Salt Flats but gets arrested. Toby and Julia reach San Francisco for the race, but face another setback when the Mustang is wrecked and Julia is injured. Toby gets another car with the help from his ex-girlfriend Anita, who reveals Dino's hidden Koenigsegg. Toby surprises Dino at the race, driving the Koenigsegg and giving him Anita's engagement ring. The final race along the Pacific Coast Highway results in crashes, and Toby confronts Dino. In the end, both are arrested with Dino convicted of Pete's murder. 178 days later, Toby is released and Julia picks him up in a 2015 Ford Mustang. They visit a Utah prison to reunite with Benny, who was released early. The cast includes Aaron Paul as Toby Marshall, Dominic Cooper as Dino Brewster, Imogen Poots as Julia Madden, and Scott Mescudi as Benny. Drawing a parallel between Need for Speed and the original The Fast and the Furious, both films share the common ground of catering to the adrenaline-seeking audience. While not direct competitors due to their different approaches, it's evident that Need for Speed aims for a similar audience, prompting a comparison between these two franchise initiations. One significant divergence lies in their car selections. The Fast and the Furious focused on the import tuner scene, transforming Japanese models into high-performance machines with unique personalities. In contrast, Need for Speed takes an extravagant route, featuring some of the most exotic cars globally, from Bugatti to McLaren to Koenigsegg. The difference in car choices sets the stage for a distinctive cinematic experience. When it comes to the cast, Need for Speed takes the lead, mainly due to the presence of Golden Globe and Emmy winner Aaron Paul. However, the rest of the cast, aside from Michael Keaton, consists of lesser-known faces, with some relegated to comedic relief roles. On the other hand, The Fast and the Furious initially didn't boast top-name talent, but filled out its cast with a diverse range of personalities, creating a more engaging ensemble. In terms of love interests, The Fast and the Furious introduces two characters, but unfortunately sidelines them. In contrast, Need for Speed features Imogen Poots alongside Aaron Paul, giving her a more substantial role and making her character a counterbalance to Paul's. This difference highlights the film's approach to female characters. In the portrayal of villains, Need for Speed casts Dominic Cooper as Dino Brewster, delivering a slimy but ultimately forgettable antagonist. In comparison, The Fast and the Furious stands out with Vin Diesel's iconic role as Dom Toretto, a character that has become synonymous with the franchise. Diesel's portrayal adds depth to the film, making him a memorable and menacing presence. While both films offer practical stunt work, Need for Speed emphasizes this aspect, showcasing impressive stunts throughout its runtime. However, The Fast and the Furious is remembered for its cooler and more memorable stunts, such as the iconic moment when a Honda Civic zips underneath a semi-truck, and the final race involving a muscle car, a tuner car, and a train. As for rumors about Need for Speed 2 starring Aaron Paul and Vin Diesel, potentially crossing over with the Fast and Furious franchise opens up exciting possibilities. With Scott Waugh directing and Vin Diesel producing, this collaboration could not only offer an engaging storyline, but also present an opportunity to surpass the financial success of any previous Fast and Furious installment. Under the guidance of Waugh and Diesel, Need for Speed 2 has the potential to become a box office juggernaut, leveraging the popularity of both actors and the dynamic crossover with the Fast and Furious universe. The collaboration with Universal Pictures further enhances the project's reach and marketability. Alternatively, Universal could contemplate a ground-up reboot of the franchise, addressing budgetary concerns and steering the narrative back to the street racing roots that initially defined the series. A reboot offers a fresh start, appealing to both loyal fans and newcomers alike. This approach would not only introduce new dynamics and relationships within the Fast and Furious universe, but also create a connection between two popular franchises. It could open up opportunities for collaborative narratives, bringing together characters from Need for Speed and the established Fast and Furious cast. The inclusion of Aaron Paul's character from Need for Speed into the Fast and Furious universe could add a fresh perspective and unique dynamics to the storyline. It would be a strategic move to leverage the popularity of both franchises and create a crossover event that captures the audience's attention. Ultimately, whether through a direct crossover or by integrating elements of Need for Speed into the Fast and Furious universe, such a move could contribute to the longevity and excitement of both franchises. Fans would likely welcome the convergence of these action-packed worlds, creating a cinematic experience that combines the best elements of both franchises. The prospect of witnessing Aaron Paul and Vin Diesel sharing the screen in an action-packed film is undoubtedly something many fans have anticipated. Both actors have carved out their places in the action genre, with Aaron Paul's intense and emotive performances complementing Vin Diesel's charismatic and powerful on-screen presence. The chemistry between Aaron Paul, known for his acclaimed role in Breaking Bad, and Vin Diesel, a stalwart of the Fast and Furious franchise, promises to bring a unique dynamic to the screen. Paul's ability to convey raw emotion and intensity aligns well with Diesel's larger-than-life action persona, creating a potentially captivating on-screen partnership. The blend of Aaron Paul's dramatic depth and Vin Diesel's signature action prowess could result in a memorable cinematic experience. Fans can anticipate an exciting fusion of talent, delivering both compelling character moments and adrenaline-pumping action sequences. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.